you do for fucking New Year's, dude? I mean, have I really seen you? Have we?
I know we haven't gotten to connect as much.
Yeah.
I went to Yosemite. It was great.
Oh, word?
It was awesome. Got some like.
Y'all had a meeting up there, like a rally or something? What was going on?
It's a rally in Yosemite. No, just fucking hike. Got out of my head for at least a day, so that was cool.
Yeah.
Actually, greatest hikes I've ever been on in my life. Yeah, it was just beautiful. Stayed in the van for a couple days, and then
That's
stayed in
dope.
the cabin.
Yeah, I want to like go somewhere and live in like one of them tiny houses for like a good like little weekend just to see if I can like really fuck with the tiny house. Cause I see it on TV, I'm like, it looks so cool just off the architecture of it. I'm like, oh, this is cool how they built this thing. But then I'm also like, it looks practical, it looks efficient.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, could I do it? I always have this dream. Some girl said to me maybe a week ago, she was like, yeah, and man, you never thought about living on a farm? I was like, guess what? This is the fucking craziest thing. I've never thought about living on a fucking farm. Never once in my life. And when she said it in that breath, I was like, I could live on a fucking farm. Never thought about it. My homie would talk about it. He was like, oh, I'm gonna move to Ireland, harvest all my own shit and live there one year. And I was like, that sounds like the dopest thing ever that I could do for a weekend. Because I just know that after I go to an island, in theory, I think it's amazing. I think that's what we need for the environment. I think that I want to fucking contribute to society. But in the same breath, I'm like, I don't have Netflix.
I can't
like,
do both things.
Yeah, you're
How am I
not
supposed to
streaming shit out here, bro.
something?
Like, so I just know I need that. So I salute you.
Yeah, I mean, the van is a lot like a little tiny house. And I'm going to be honest, after about 4 days, you're like, okay, I want to stay in a room. I want to live in a bed.
Yeah, because it's not like a real bed.
It is. It's
but I'm saying you can't do all your moves in that van. You can't do all your moves in that van. That's what I'm saying.
My moves?
Your moves for sure not.
No, not my moves.
Take the roof off, maybe.
Just don't even know what move that entails. I have to like jump up.
Yeah, the helicopter, you know
that. No, it's nice. I like these ways. I mean, that's kind of my way of combating quarantine is spending some days like getting fucking away from it all. And what's cool about the national parks right now is nobody is there. So if you went to Yosemite, usually there are tour buses of international people visiting, one of the most beautiful things in America.
Yeah.
But now no tour buses, no like tram systems.
I heard Stone Island is popping right now. I mean, Stone Mountain is popping right now. Stone Island, the fucking brand.
I mean, it could be because maybe they're like a bunch of anti-maskers.
It probably is for real.
They're like,
I can imagine it.
But yeah, you'll go like we went to the sequoias, like those huge trees, those like huge, massive, like hole in the middle trees, and you have to go to it. You either take a trolley up or you take like a 2-mile hike, and no one wanted to do that 2-mile hike. It was hella icy too. So like once we got to these huge trees, nobody was there, which is just like, when do you ever get to experience that? So that's my way of combating quarantine.
That's crazy. You didn't even invite me. That's crazy.
Yeah, I for some reason didn't think you wanted to live in a van with my girlfriend and I.
Why you didn't think I would live in a van with you and your girlfriend? It's not like a dope ass reality show.
I said that about traveling across the country last time. Oh, also, I have not drank any wine since the first of the year. Well, and then I broke it on Friday because I knew I had this show coming up, and I was like, I don't want my first time.
Why didn't you just wait on the show?
Because I didn't want to get all like weird and drunk. I didn't know how much it would hit me. I didn't want it to overhit me. I didn't want to be hammered. Did you get weird on Friday? You know what I felt like on Friday? I was like, wine is amazing. Like, what a drug. It's like, because I hadn't drank in like 3 weeks. And so I was like, oh, I could see doing this like in an alternative universe. Like you do mushrooms on the weekends, but you reserved wine for once a year because it's important.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because right now I do wine on the weekends and reserve mushrooms for once. But like I was in such a jolly mood on Friday. Hopefully it puts me there again. Just like listening to music, like music is great.
Music. What were you listening to on wine? Like, I never heard. I mean, I guess like what was you listening? Like some.
I listened to that new Cuddy album.
New Cuddy album. Not no Jasmine Sullivan.
Who's Jasmine Sullivan? Am I in trouble? Who was it? Who's Jasmine Sullivan?
Who is Jasmine? I thought you were gonna say I didn't hear the new album. What do you mean? Who is Jasmine Sullivan? She's a singer,
She's an R&B
dude.
singer?
Yeah, man, you know some of her records at least.
No,
from back in the day.
I'd love to hear. I mean,
he definitely know I'm
jazz.
not scared of lions and tigers and bears for sure. For sure, he knows that record. I'm not gonna let you do that to my dog. Now it feels like a challenge in a game show, Chris. I feel like you know this song. I'm not a good singer. I'm not scared of lions and tigers and bears, but I'm scared of loving you. I'm not scared to perform at a sold-out affair. Hey, welcome to
season 3 of Wine and Weed.
We back. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Check.
Back in. Better than ever. Do I just start off? I am one of your hosts.
Hey.
Sterling Steelo, Brim, a.k.a. Skateboard Steve, a.k.a. What is it? A.k.a. is a Vest Debris Junior Vest Debris. I don't fucking even remember my a.k.a.s no more. I'm back. A.k.a. that dude. A.k.a. is that third leg. No, it's just me. A.k.a. Concerned Father. A.k.a. Black Mama. A.k.a. RP Black Mamba. A.k.a. Stevenson. A.k.a. your stylist. And last but not least, a.k.a. your Uncle Elroy. And with me as always.
Wow, Chris Reinacher, a.k.a. the Connoisseur, a.k.a. the Goop in Your Back, a.k.a. Goop in Your Back.
The Goop in Your Back?
What? The Goop in Your Gap, a.k.a. Speed Bump, a.k.a. La La La,
yeah,
a.k.a. The Elusive Moose,
ooh,
a.k.a.
Mustache. Maybe you don't got a mustache.
Maven.
Yeah. Which one? Oh, you had Saxophone Jones.
Oh, a.k.a. Saxophone Jones.
Saxophone Jones. John Ross is not here today and will not be here for the season. And it's not because we don't love John, because John has been amazing. John is obviously a part of this family, has been that way for the last 2 years. I think it's just for the direction of the show and what we have told ourselves from day one. What we want to accomplish with the show is healthy conversation, and we'd be remiss if we had these conversations about the world and what's going on in the world without adding a female perspective. So today we don't necessarily have our third host or our facts reader, which will be a strong female voice, but we are looking forward to that in the upcoming weeks, and we just know we want this show to grow. And I think this also wasn't John's necessarily his passion. When John first came to do this show, it was just John coming to read the facts for me and Chris.
Well, yeah,
John worked with Chris,
and doing the behind the scenes work, because John's an awesome director, producer.
Yes,
has his whole team, and they're making a bunch of awesome stuff. So we have a new podcast producer and a whole new team.
Yes.
And John is about to direct a feature film, which is awesome.
Yes, congrats to John on that.
And we're gonna have him back on in the future to talk about it when it's all done.
We've already told John we're going to have him on as a guest. We just hope he don't come on here and talk shit about us and then fight me on the show or Chris. But if he does, it's fine. But we're looking forward to connecting with John again. We fuck with John. We going to miss Big Sexy with the Glasses. We might even throw a salute to Big Sexy with the Glasses, each AKA each time or some shit like that. But salute to John. I know you watching right now, and I know all of you guys will miss John. So let's give a hand for John, number one. And then let's look forward to the future of us, adding in that female perspective and really strengthening the show for what not only what it is already, but what it's going to be. I'm excited.
Cool. And today, like we said, we don't have that permanent host yet. But today, reading our facts is our
podcast
new producer.
Yeah.
Courtney.
Yeah, Courtney Whitaker. I don't know if we want to say your last name. We can exit out if we want to.
You can say my last name. It's fine. Hi, guys.
Hey, what's up? We know you don't want to be on camera because you don't we have more radio faces. Radio faces means you're ugly.
I was about to say I'm cute.
I was saying you're beautiful. I was saying we have radio faces because we can't actually be on camera. But we're not gonna have you on camera today. But we appreciate you reading the facts to start off this season. It's a whole bunch of shit to cover. We probably will end up doing rapid fire.
We'll do a little rapid fire on what happened in the fucking January and late December. I don't know. Some stuff happened.
Let's give John a round of applause. Also give the fact that Donald Trump is not our fucking president anymore. A round of fucking applause. Yes.
What a relief.
What a relief.
It's just waking up in the morning and like seeing good news. I couldn't get used to it at first.
Yeah.
I felt like I had been in it's like, those girls who are in bad relationships and then they get in a good one and they're like, oh my God, I can't accept love.
Yeah.
That's how I felt about the news when I read it the next morning. It was like he reversed the Muslim ban and the transgender discrimination policies and
so much
all that stuff in one day. One day,
yeah.
And I was like, oh, what a relief.
Yeah. I mean,
and hopefully a relief package so that we can all say what a relief.
I mean, do we ever get that? Do people?
I think so. Some people have gotten 600 first.
What does the 600 really do, though?
Well, 600 does nothing, but apparently they're going to add on 1,400 more, so it reaches 2,000.
2,000? And what is that going to do to our country? Is that what people are most concerned about? Which I don't give a fuck about, the country like that. I care about people more than the country.
You know who's the chair of the fucking budget now? Bernie goddamn Sanders.
My guy.
So
my guy,
that makes
he didn't
me
even
excited.
You already know.
Pull it from the defense fund.
Because you already know he out here. He not playing no games. He not about to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, he going to be cutting a little corner, saving us money and shit. We already saw that he didn't even put on 2 pair of gloves and an extra coat. So we know he going to be cutting corners, and I fuck with him for it.
I was thinking about the idea of branding. You know how you're talking about branding a lot. And I think there's one way to go about branding to be like, this is the stuff I kind of want to be, almost work outside in with branding. But I feel like Bernie works inside out, where Bernie is just radically himself.
Yeah.
And he's so, like, he has such a solid brand just by being so radically himself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I feel the burn. I fuck with Bernie the long way. You know, it's he wants you to rub his stomach because he's spoiled. You should pretty much get him off of you before he gets violent.
Get off of here.
He really got off.
It was an unusual day on the job of Jerry, a Fort Worth limousine driver. He pilots a 2019 Dodge Ram Super Stretch Turbo diesel limo, the longest limo in Dallas, he claims. It has disco floors, indoor and outdoor seating, 2 sound systems, and a light show. He used to carry carloads of bachelorettes out to bars and prom goers to hotel ballrooms and visiting celebrities to fancy restaurants. His assignment on Tuesday was different. This was my first time taking it to a jail. He was hired to pick up Joe Exotic at the federal prison where he is serving a 22-year sentence for violating federal wildlife laws and for his role in a murder-for-hire pilot targeting his professional rival, Carol Baskin.
Oh, I didn't realize he was in jail for Carol Baskin.
Yeah, he's in jail for that too, which is kind of crazy because, like, I think they have more evidence that she wanted to kill her husband or did kill her husband than they had against him, and he's in jail.
But he thought he was going to go to – he thought that maybe President Trump would pardon him on the final days of his presidency. There is this rumor that Rudy Giuliani and the president's lawyers were offering, you know, people who had money for pardon situation. He also pardoned Kodak Black and Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole pardon situation at the end is pretty wild. I just love that President Obama the last day pardoned Chelsea Manning, who was like leaked confidential information because she thought it was important for society, and like, cool pardon. And Donald Trump pardons Lil Wayne for giving him an endorsement.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that deal was cut beforehand.
Of course. I mean, it actually makes sense now why Lil Wayne. You don't think so?
I won't give Lil Wayne that much credit either. Lil Wayne has been very adamant about saying that he ain't got shit to do with Black Lives Matter, and he ain't got shit to do with a whole bunch of stuff within the black culture.
It sounds like Lil Wayne's looking out for Lil Wayne, so it wouldn't surprise me if he was like, well, I got a pardon, so.
Yeah, for sure, but I also don't think that they even needed to give him the pardon to get him to say that shit about Trump.
Ooh. Why did he get Kodak Black? Is there a relationship there? Or do you think? I think there's also a. You see, I'm not racist. I can't be. I pardon Lil Wayne and Kodak Black.
But we're past that. Like, you doing that shit now is like, it'd be one thing to pardon a black man that we all could get behind. You're also not pardoning niggas that we even fighting for.
Right.
I'm not saying I'm against
But in his mind, he's like, famous rapper. The blacks will like me.
Yeah, but in his mind, of course.
I mean, do you think that was his strategy? Is kind of my question. Like, what was the strategy here?
I think that was a promise. I think it was a promise. I think it was literally, let me use you to strengthen the black vote as I go into this re-election. Say these things you need to say online, and then from there, I'll pardon you. I already know about your gun case.
Yeah.
It's already been spoken. I already know about your gun case.
Did Kodak Black talk good about Trump too?
I mean, I don't know. I also don't know if us as a community are looking at Kodak Black for anything.
Okay.
If we're like, oh, Kodak said vote for Trump, it's got me thinking. I don't think anybody lives in that space. So I'm not mad at those guys for cutting those deals either.
Right? Like you get it, at least I get it a little more. Like if you got a personal gain. I was like, why is Lil Wayne speaking up right now? You know what I mean? Like, why is he speaking up? But now it makes sense.
It was an article. I'm going to see if I can pull it up for 2 seconds. I just remember what page it was on. I'll read it really quick. Wasn't even a real article.
My guess is that somebody went, but Lil Wayne is a little bit of the older generation. So what if we also pardon somebody from the new generation to kind of like infiltrate, make 2 headlines, in those black communities to make us seem like, well, we can't be racist. We pardon those two rappers from two different generations.
You saying to y'all?
I'm just saying, what was his?
Well, I'm just saying. You saying how
Trump's strategy?
Are you asking me what is Trump's strategy to white people or to black people? It's different.
I think it's to white people.
Oh, I don't know what y'all doing. You got to talk about that. That's your thing.
Well, because then it's white people, but it's the white people that know literally nothing. And what do you mean he's racist? He pardoned a rapper.
Of course. But
because
like
those people think all black people are rappers.
That's the same old. Like I can't. It's the same way with the Capitol building for me. I don't even get involved in y'all antics and what y'all do. I ain't got shit to do with it. Don't involve me in y'all storming the Capitol. I'm gonna let y'all burn when y'all gotta burn, and I'm gonna let y'all do what y'all gotta do. So for me, I don't know what logic Trump was trying to use to connect with white people. I get that he probably thought, well, this helps me not look racist, but I don't know if individuals who need to be convinced care if Trump is racist. They've been here for 4 years and watched him be racist. I don't think they are like, we want to make sure you're not racist in year 4.
Yeah, it's just like an argument for them in like, how can he be racist? He knows Kanye. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't work on all white people, but it works on
the ones.
It works on I have a black friend.
It works on the ones it's supposed to.
Yeah.
It's the vendors who would identify themselves only as nah, and stop asking me questions before you get your ass kicked. Serve merchandise near the Capitol. I ain't into any of that shit, fam. Said nah. But these stupid motherfuckers buying $100 sweatshirts and putting me through college. So I say all that to say that sometimes
those were the guys selling merch at the White House.
The people, yes, those are the black individuals selling merch outside of the White House during a storm of the Capitol and everything else. I'm saying sometimes we cut deals for the betterment of ourselves. That have nothing to do with our communities or anything else. So I'm saying those individuals, you could look at them from the perspective and say, y'all out here cooning, y'all out here supporting this stuff. They out here telling you straight to your face, no, I'm not. This is the best deal for me, and I'm going to college. So the same way Lil Wayne can look you dead in your face and say, no, I'm not. It's the best deal for me, and I'm not in jail, nigga.
Yep.
It's this. I understand it. I can respect it, but I also will say that Lil Wayne doesn't have the same history as Nal, and stop asking them questions before I fuck you up. I do think it's rather insane and shows it's just the clearest, again, if we haven't had enough clear versions of white privilege this year, this past year, let's get into another one. Joe Exotic not only being like, let me get the biggest and best limousine in Dallas, let me get a fucking hair and makeup crew. Nigga, first of all, where are you going? Who told you the press was waiting on you? Lil Wayne got pardoned. We didn't interview him yet. We didn't interview Kodak or anything. Why is Joe just assuming when I get out there, it's going to be crazy, fam?
Well, because Joe never had his moment. Joe
he did. He was just in prison for it.
Exactly. He never had his moment as a free person, so he has no idea. He thinks that guy already thought he was the biggest star in the world. That guy already thought he could win governor.
Yeah.
Like, he already has that mindset that so he thinks he's going to walk outside and Access Hollywood is going to have a red carpet right there. Like, and the most classic.
He don't even know Access Hollywood not popping no more.
Yeah, and he's the number one thing. Like, and the number one concern of his is like getting that indoor-outdoor stretch covered with 2 sound systems.
For sure. No, I just thought it was crazy that like he went and set up all this stuff. I also was like, yo, who is fronting the money for all this stuff? Because somebody bought into him and said, you're going to be a fucking star. I've already been talking to Netflix about a spinoff about just you and your 2 lovers, which if they're not talking already, I'm now the executive producer of, and I am behind Joe Exotic. And I'll get him out.
That man that he's convincing is also in love with him. Because somehow Joe Exotic does that too. Joe Exotic is totally the guy.
Keep a bitch in jail.
He has a lot of side pieces, I'm sure, while being in jail.
Fam, I know niggas in prison who keep them one. Some family members of mine keep them a bad one at all times while they're behind bars. So believe me, Joe got a full-ass TV show and all kind of shit popping out here. He probably got them lining up. He probably getting, his mail ain't nothing but dick pics just coming in, skyrocket dick pics. You already know it's true, though.
Joe gets him for one reason or another.
He said he was too pretty and too fragile, I think, to be in prison.
Well, he also tried to say that Trump did not give him the pardon because he was gay. But that's not true.
Nah, man. Nah, fam, I can't let you get that.
I think he was just like, it's because I'm gay. We were like, we don't even think about the fact that you're gay, Joe. You're just you.
You just Joe.
Like, you don't represent LGBT.
It's like a whole different thing. It's like LGBT, Q&A, and J for Joe. It's one more nigga in the pot.
He pardoned 173 people. 143 people in his last.
How many deals do you think he got in those 143 already? Like, how many deals on the out that he yo, I'm only letting motherfuckers out who can bring something to the table. For sure, that's how Trump did.
Why would he pardon all those people? I mean, not that I even want to talk about Donald Trump after he's gone.
Yeah.
But how?
What do you mean how?
Okay, Obama.
What's a normal number? Give me a number.
Obama actually pardoned a lot of people, but he pardoned a lot of people in senses of injustice.
Yeah.
I don't think Trump where was justice not properly served? I think he's like, my friend over here, my friend over there, a guy who can help me up in the future over there. This guy.
But I think you're putting your own bar on justice, right? And I'm going somewhere with this. You're putting your own bar on justice and what that truly means, because there's justice and there are problems within different systems within our country. So I think when Trump looked at Lil Wayne, he might not necessarily say you're innocent on this gun charge, but he did say your contract with Cash Money was enough. There's no reason for us to lock you up. I'm just saying. I think he probably looked at him and said, you know what, you've been fucked over enough. I'm going to let you walk away with this, Lil Wayne.
Oh, he just knows the ins and outs of record contracts.
For sure. Trump puts deals together. He knows what a Cash Money deal look like.
I don't buy any of this.
Yeah, I know. Me either, actually.
But that is funny to go, okay, Trump, what was your criteria for pardoning all these people?
I think he probably
it was just who can do me a favor.
Yeah. For sure. Motherfucker, you trying to tell me as a black man, I'll take a voice on the outskirts right now. Bob, you can yell if you want to. You trying to tell me as a black man, if Trump said to you tomorrow, fam, you ain't going to jail no more, all you got to do is tweet about me one time. Are you tweeting about Trump?
Big tweet.
You doing a collab with that nigga. You doing an Influx and Trump collab. You going to drop some merch for Trump.
Oh, God. You would, though. You think you would do that?
One tweet? Yeah, fuck yeah. I think
so what if nobody found... Okay, I have one more question. What if nobody found out that you were facing jail and he was getting you off? What if it was some backdoor thing and all they know is that you just support Trump now? Would you still do that, just for you?
So for me, I would do it. I'll tell you why. I think the difference... Just for me, for sure. Definitely just for me. I think the difference is I have tried to do right enough in the world. I think that the things I speak up about enough would at least be yo, I think fam actually is for the culture. I don't know why he with the whole Trump thing. Maybe we should hear him out somewhat. And then afterwards, I'd be like, surprise, niggas. No, I'm not really with that Trump shit.
That's what I'm saying. What if you never get to do a surprise? Because Lil Wayne got to do a little bit of a surprise here because now we're okay.
But Lil Wayne doesn't get a surprise because Lil Wayne hasn't
never done anything.
He's never stood with black people like that.
Okay. But you're
the
saying
surprise doesn't work.
But that's what I'm saying. It's important for the audience to find out that it was all a surprise.
For sure.
But if they never find out that it was a surprise, you're not going to do it.
Nah, I couldn't do it then.
You just go to jail?
I just go to jail. Fuck it.
All right. That's a good answer, though. That's a righteous answer.
Yeah, you already know. I would.
Bobby's looking like, not me.
Nah, I just go to jail. I feel like my guy JoJo, he'd get in the office and be like, that's bullshit. I'm going to get him out. What did I do?
I thought you were talking about Joe Exotic again. I was like, Joe Exotic in the office?
He almost won governor.
An Oregon man who stole a car while the owner's child was in the back seat is wanted by police after they returned to the scene to tell the woman not to leave her child unattended. CNN reports that the man who stole the car was unaware the child was in the back seat when he drove off.
You damn right,
but by the time he realized what happened, he went back and even threatened to call the police on the child's mother. He hopped in the car, drove it.
Why the decision to not read her name?
I don't want to leave her out of it.
She's in the fucking article. She did leave her child. She is in the article. We don't know her name. We just read it. It is Crystal Leary. She needs to do better. This is her punishment right here.
So police say he hopped in the car.
You just edited it in your head?
I did edit it.
You were like, I don't want to drag this woman.
I didn't want to drag her.
It's not you. It's in the article.
So police are saying he hopped in the car, drove it, realized there was a 4-year-old inside.
Oh, that nigga was
and
bad.
Drove back and ordered her to take the child out of the car and then drove away again.
No. Oh, he ill. He ill.
Wow, this guy is like, this is what I do. I steal cars. Like, he's like, I'm just at my job, man.
I do want to
look, can you take your kid? I'm a car thief and I need to just steal this.
I do want to do the police officer's fucking statement as well, which is funny to me. I don't know why. You know, he says, we're thankful he had the decency to bring back the little one, but you would think the mother would make that statement, not the police officer. It's like, the mother was like, I didn't want the little nigga. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, first of all, 4 is a tough age. Let's start with that. I thought it was a baby at first. Like, when we read this, I was like, oh, it's a baby in the backseat. That's fucked up. The dude brought it back and was like, 4? That kid was probably giving them hell around the block.
How long was the kid in the backseat for? While she was in a store?
Why did she leave the 4-year-old in the back seat?
I think I was a little distracted at the very beginning.
She told the news, as moms, we get really busy and we think we're just running in for a second. And this is just a perfect example of just letting our guards down and how terrible it could have ended. I am thankful that he is okay. It was so stupid and I'll never do it again. But it's that split decision.
It was in a parking lot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was that second decision that can change everything. It was at a meat market.
Mm-hmm. In Beaverton. Yeah.
Oh, man. But he made the decision to drive back and be like, here's your kid, but I need the car. And do it all over again.
Yeah, it said they found the car hours later in Portland, which is 8 miles away where the car was taken. Police are still searching for the thief, who was described as a white male with dark brown braided hair and multicolored face mask, which is how we have to describe people now. Is to be like, his mask had a little red on this side, and I think it was like, I don't know, I think it was a sports team on the left. Like, that is crazy in descriptions now. You have to go
You're
over.
looking for a man with a sport team.
Yeah, black man, white mask. It's like, what?
It's like instead of shaving, people change their mask.
Yeah, for sure.
I did love that all the mug shots of people who stormed the Capitol were the same guy but shaven. Because they obviously got out of there. They were like, uh-oh.
You got to shave?
I got to shave.
But no, I mean, I don't know. I mean, imagine like stealing the car and finding the key. Are you taking it back with the key? What's your decision as a car thief? Are you telling yourself, you know what, it's time to pull off, keep it moving. I gotta get rid of this kid. I'll drop it off at a fire station or a police station, which is like cool too, because you don't have to say anything. You can just
let me make a quick run by a police station.
I'm just saying, you could drop the kid off in a whole different motherfucking car, fam. You could take the kid home real quick, feed him. Imagine being a short film. I guess
it's my kid now.
Also, you can make that decision.
Movie for
yeah,
sure.
For sure. You can make the decision.
I was just a thief trying to steal a car, and now I got this.
Coming to theaters this summer, new kid.
It's like a It's like a 50s movie.
Yeah, 50s.
I see. Like it's like a Shirley. Isn't that the Shirley Temple premise? No,
I never saw Shirley Temple. I know it as a drink.
Shirley
That's
Temple.
How it was
His dad's her dad's like a con man.
Is that what Shirley Temple's about?
I think so. I just saw it when I was like 7.
I never knew what Shirley Temple was about. I'm trying to think of the first white film I watched. I watched Black cinema growing up. I really did. I think the first thing I really watched that I was like, whoa, that was like dope. I think was Kindergarten Cop. I know, but it was just the fact that it was the most random film I could think of.
I also love being like, this is white culture. Like,
it's one black kid.
I feel pretty good about it. I feel pretty good about Kindergarten Cop representing white cinema.
Bringing it back is so risky. Like, did he bring the kid back and put the kid in the store, or did he leave the kid in the parking lot, or did he wait? I'm gonna wait for her to get out here and let her know about herself.
Oh, did he just drive back and go get out, and then drove off again?
No, because the mother said he kind of ridiculed her for leaving the kid in the back seat. So he waited. He said, "No, we gonna wait. What kind of jacket she got on again? Blue. Okay." He waited right there, and then she came outside, and he was like, "Hey, bitch, the one who left that kid in the car."
It's a white guy with dread.
Yeah, it's how he talks. It's random. It's racist to his nice real voice.
I feel like he's
through a mask.
I feel like I'm just trying to put myself in this guy's position where he's trying to steal cars in front of like a Walmart or some shit.
It's a meat market, man.
A meat market.
You buy your meat from Walmart?
It's even weirder. It's a meat market.
Yeah.
You think you're just going to go in and get one pork chop, and then you just find yourself lost in a meat market.
Yeah, like,
and
what
your
are you
car
running
is
to a
stolen.
meat market to get really quick?
Yeah, and then you get lost in there.
Yeah.
There's a lot more going on in this story.
It is. I don't think she wanted the kid, honestly.
She just left him in a meat market.
Am I just making Crystal Leary a bad mother?
You are making.
Am I saying her name too much?
Yeah. You put her business out here.
Her business is on Complex. What was the age you remember yourself as a kid being in the car that your parent left you for the first time and was like, I'll be right back? Because it happens. Because I'm not going to shit on Crystal all the way. I ain't going to make Crystal feel like she's just a shitty ass mama, because I remember my mama leaving and being like, hey boy, don't touch nothing. Don't touch the keys. Don't touch this. I'll be right back. And then you come and you wait up front, or you go in the front seat, noise maybe in the back, and you touch the steering wheel and be like, ooh, I'm driving. But then you get
I definitely did that.
Totally
for sure. Every kid's like, ooh,
fuck, that's so a thing, like sitting in the driver's seat.
Yeah,
For a second and being like,
you're like, yeah. You do it real light at first. Like, ooh, well, that's too loud. And then you realize, okay, and it becomes kind of a thing. And you kind of your mama asks you want to come in with me or you want to stay in? You be like, go in, because this is a little activity for this.
oh my God, you're so right.
With
this
yourself,
is so
you're like,
rite of passage when growing up that I don't even think about.
I know it's the whole thing.
Yeah, let's have time with your siblings in the car when your mom's inside. I'm
Yeah.
sure being a mom, you could like go inside and come back and have a whole different thing going on in the car.
For sure. So I'm saying, what was the age that you remember, like your mom being like? Because I'm trying to think, is 4 is too young, right? Can we all agree? 4?
If you're alone, probably
4 is too young for sure. 4 is too young. Bobby said 5 for him, which is pretty close to 4.
It was 6 for me. 6.
Okay,
Yeah,
6. Apparently, Courtney just looked up something that gave her actual proof. She went through something on her phone and was
She's like, there's my picture.
there it is. That's the picture. My first picture. Is this the first ever selfie?
Just
Disposable?
also in the driver's seat, taking those fucking photos, looking cool as fuck.
I think mine was around 6 or 7. But I have bigger brothers and sisters, so I saw them handle the pressure of being in the car alone.
Right, same.
So I was ready for the battle of being there by myself and being like, yeah, don't touch nothing crazy. But you got your... And then one time I did touch the pedal, if y'all want to get into it.
But the car wasn't running.
Nah, boy, you talking to yourself. The car was running.
Oh. And you were like, oh my God.
I went right over I went right over the hump.
Yeah.
The fucking where you park it, the little fucking parking stopper. I went right over it. Luckily, my mom was walking down right there, and I told her I didn't do it. Obviously, somebody else, the ghost, I think, that owned this used car before we bought it, did it.
Something wrong with the engine. It just revs.
You guys gotta get that fixed. I know cars, and that's not normal.
You gotta trust me, I'm 7.
But no, yeah, she called me, and like I stopped it at the same time, and like it was fixed, everything was cool. But I do remember her yelling at me and like, "Boy, I'll beat your butt. You ever touch that again?" This, and I didn't get trusted to be left in the car for like a good month. I had to prove myself to be.
Oh, you had to go inside with her.
To go inside the store, and it was hell. So Crystal, that was me cleaning your name up.
Yeah,
but get it to fucking
really
together. But get it to fucking together, okay?
After being dismissed from her position last year, the former CEO of Make-A-Wish, Iowa, was arrested this week for allegedly embezzling thousands of dollars from the charity during her tenure. Jennifer Woodley, notice I said her name, I called her out, was arrested on Thursday.
Jennifer.
And now faces 2 felony counts of first-degree theft and 1 count of unauthorized use of her credit card, according to ABC. She was later released from the Des Moines jail on bond. According to a criminal complaint filed against the 40-year-old, she awarded herself a $10,000 bonus in October of 2019 without approval of the charity's board. Along with the bonus, which cost the organization $15,000 in total, she also made 84 unauthorized purchases on a work credit card.
What was she buying? Let's talk about it.
I don't know. They ain't tell us, but she was
like,
spending.
No one asked about my
But
wish.
she only she spent $23,000 altogether.
Well, $23,000, and they gave her a bonus, so $33,000 essentially.
$33,000, and she doing 10 years over 33 racks. That's crazy.
I mean, yeah.
Can we pay the money?
'Cause
I don't know why I want to help her.
She sold for Make-A-Wish.
Did she?
She's
or
just
make
so
a wish
used to
from the
giving
people?
wishes that she wanted to give a wish to herself.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't have anything to make a wish. Also, if you don't know, Court, I'm always against the right side for whatever reason on this show. But people know I really stand with the right people. You know, I'm just. I'm.
Do you, or can you be?
Fuck
Can you
outta
endorse Donald Trump just so you don't go to jail?
What did you say? What the fuck was that?
He said you'd endorse Donald Trump so you wouldn't go to jail.
People know me.
Because you think it'll eventually.
They know I'll do better outside of jail than I would inside of jail. What am I really doing for society inside of jail?
I love that question for cops. That question was asked the first time I was caught smoking weed by a police officer.
Wait, he asked
said,
you that?
"Give me one reason why you shouldn't go to jail right now." And made us
You're
all
like, I'm
go
white?
around and give him a reason why we shouldn't go to jail right now.
What was your reason?
And I don't know. I think I bullshitted something. But my favorite moment was my friend Tim went, "I think I could better serve my community on the outside of prison than within." And I swear to God, he replied with, "So if Mother Teresa raped somebody, she shouldn't go to jail?"
Who said that? The police officer?
This is a police officer. I swear to God, he said those words. The first time I got in trouble with the police in college for marijuana, I should say in college, because I also got in trouble in high school for marijuana. But this cop was like Mark Wahlberg from The Departed level, like thought he was a snappy asshole who tried to like scare the hell out of us.
What I will say, white man, is it's a problem that you have been in trouble with the police on multiple occasions, but yet you are doing a podcast with me. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what you want me to say.
What do you mean that I've...
Yeah.
Oh, just...
Well, you were just like the first time. This guy was a
Mother
snappy
Teresa
asshole.
raped somebody?
No, but it's also like you guys got marijuana motherfuckers be doing real fair time, fam.
Yeah, we were just...
you mad at his fucking riddle?
His riddle was insane.
It doesn't matter. You get to walk free.
I also thought it was a great answer.
You should let him do stand up all you wanted. You can do whatever
He
you want.
kind of did. He had a lot of little like snappy things, and yeah, eventually released us to the cabin, but was like, "I can ruin your life tonight."
Yeah.
He said, "I can write you up. I can get you a misdemeanor. That is a misconduct for UCLA, and you will get expelled. You will have to go back home. I can ruin your life. So give me one reason why I shouldn't ruin your life tonight." Yeah. That was another question.
And it was just really a fucking...
One of them is, why shouldn't I take you to jail? The other one is, why shouldn't I ruin your life? He was like, and then was like, "Look, guys, I get it. But in public," and then like trying to like loosen up at the end, and then like turned us over to campus police. And
yeah, but he let y'all go.
He let us go. But
let y'all go.
He wanted to scare the hell out of us.
Scare straight. Did you see the fucking meme recently that said, "Do judges ever be in a bed and just be like, I ain't really have to get that motherfucker for what he is?" And I think to myself, do judges actually ever do that? Are judges people enough to like go to sleep and be like, "I may have wowed the fuck out. I was mad about some other shit"? Like, do judges ever be like, "I was mad about some other shit"? I just really took that. Do judges, they should be forced to go to therapy, first of all.
Definitely.
Are judges forced to go to therapy?
No.
That should be a requirement.
No way.
That should be a fucking
I think that's a great idea.
If you are in charge of dictating if someone does time literally with their friends and family or not,
yeah,
I think that you should have to work on your own shit first.
I was going through
judgment.
a lot that day, honey. Okay, I sent 5 guys to jail.
My wife cheated on me. I'm sorry I gave you 30 years. It's like, I know it's happened.
Yeah, I was just having a bad day. Terrible.
Random, brought it up. Depressing, but also it's just like judges should fucking have to go to therapy. Happened here on Wanna We first.
Hashtag judges for therapy.
Judges for therapy.
Wait, hashtag therapy for judges. Judges for therapy would be like a group of judges advocating therapy. I think it's confusing branding, so I'm gonna change it to therapy for judges.
Therapy for judges. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like the white man to take my idea and rebrand it. I'm bringing a lot of Brother X energy on the show this year. It's my new thing. No, I'm joking. Not.
I saw
One Day in Miami.
Miami last.
Yeah,
night.
One Night in Miami. It's amazing, right?
Yeah, it was really
amazing.
good.
The acting's amazing.
It's great.
Yeah.
I was super fucking tired, so I haven't gotten to the end yet.
Okay, I finished it. Who was your strongest performer so far? How far are you in?
I like the guy who plays Malcolm X.
He's amazing.
I like
his name like Langston or Brixton or some shit. I don't fucking know, but he fucking killed it. He killed it.
But I also thought the Muhammad Ali character is consistently growing.
Everyone's
on
good.
Me. I thought Leslie Odom Jr. did great.
Everyone's really good.
They're really great.
They're all really good. The film is really good. If you haven't seen it, fucking see it. Another movie that's really good. If you want to go, I mean, I like the American Skin a lot. They're not giving it as much praise. I love Nate Parker as well. So, but go see American Skin or stream it any films that you've seen lately?
I saw Soul over the break.
Soul is amazing.
Soul was fantastic.
It's way too heavy for kids. Don't get why it was released as a Pixar.
I felt that way too, but then I've also talked to people who have watched it with kids, and they're like, "Yeah, they just don't like get."
My son found his purpose at 3. It was crazy.
It's like so deep. We're like crying watching it, and the kids are like, "I like the blue."
Yeah.
You know, like it's just they just kind of focus on different things. We all like the Jerry joke. You know,
Jerry joke was good.
Jerry joke's funny.
Yeah, the movie's good. The movie's it's great actually.
I thought it was fantastic.
I'm trying to think what else. I haven't seen. Is it Sylvie's Love yet? I haven't seen that yet. Fuck. It's been some films I've seen.
Saw Promising Young Woman.
I haven't seen it. I heard it was amazing though.
It was dope.
That's really good.
I loved the trailer for Promising Young Woman. So when it came out, I was like, "We're getting this on iTunes first night." We like marked it on our calendar.
I fuck with that.
And if you haven't seen the preview's amazing, but also the first act for me was so similar to the preview that I just almost like, if you haven't ever heard of it, just fucking watch it, because then the first act will be as good for you as the preview was for me, and then it gets better from there.
But yeah, there's been some cool shit to watch at home, and I think if nothing else, we get super excited to when something new comes out.
WandaVision, I'm digging WandaVision.
I've been watching it. I'm trying to like really.
You got to get through the first one.
No, I've already watched the first 3 or 2.
Oh, the first 3.
Yeah, I'm on like I'm already in color.
3 is like whoa.
I think it's because I'm a Marvel fan as well. You're not a Marvel fan.
I'm not. Well, by the way, I have been watching the Marvel movies.
Oh, you have me.
That's the thing we.
How you like it, bro?
About. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, you're a fucking hater. All these years you've been hating for no reason.
I've never seen
and I've been telling you to jump on the shit.
I've watched Iron Man.
Yeah.
I've watched
good.
Captain America.
Yeah.
And I'm halfway
Soldier?
through Iron Man 2.
You're great. Enjoy the MCU. Enjoy all.
I watched Thor.
Thor's great.
And then Avengers will be next.
And then some of these properties get even better as they go along.
I'm new here, and this whole thing
you guys
is
were
pretty
right.
cool. This whole idea that like all these incredibly high budget, like really kind of creative masterpieces all work together is super exciting, and I totally get it, guys. So I get it.
They were talking about this recently about.
Sometimes you can admit when you're wrong, you know?
And I like that
was a good one.
I like that you hear to admit that Marvel is fucking pretty cool.
It's pretty fucking cool.
I do think that there is a world, and I do like the idea of creatives making their own universes. And like, there was a article, I don't know if it's actually real or if it's not going to ever happen or if it, whatever. But who created Girlfriends?
Marv Rockakeel.
Yeah, and they also had he EP'd it, but yeah, and they also had another show Game.
She started on Moesha, and then she went into Girlfriends,
yeah,
and then moved into the Game.
The Game, okay, those 3 properties, and I think somehow Girlfriends and the Game somehow intertwine or cross actual universes, and I just think it's cool. A cool idea for creatives to not only think as comic book characters to intertwine universes, but to be like, yo, I'm making multiple shows and all of them fucking live. Remember like growing up, when you watch ABC or fucking.
I remember the crossover episodes.
Crossover episodes were a must.
What can you think of?
Yes, I can give you a whole bunch, step by step. Family Matters, boom, crossover episodes. There were so many fucking shows that were like, hey, if we're gonna tell you guys to watch a new show, how can we get you to believe? We'll do step by step with fucking dinosaurs if we need to in the world to make you really be like, hey, let's bring in our old viewer from this show that's already a hit to this new show. I think it's really cool. I think there's an idea, and I think that you're creative and you already got 1 fucking hit or 2 hits somehow.
Well, to me, the sitcom crossing is fun as hell.
It is fun.
But the Marvel and Pixar worlds where they all intertwine in like this really cool organic. Like is like next level commitment. It is that we as Pixar are gonna make a Monsters Inc. reference in the middle of Soul, you know, like a but train all Pixar goes films. By. Yeah, they all like have these like they're all existing simultaneously, and that logic is thought about. And same with Marvel, and I love that.
Yeah,
and I also think crossover are so fun. Crossover. If you watch Fresh Prince meets Family Matters, right? Like it's like not even a good crossover episode. It's more of a cameo.
Did they do one?
Yeah, Uncle Phil walks in, I think, to Family Matters' living room
and talks to Carl Winslow.
And like, yep. And they're like, "We're the 2 dads." Like,
oh word. Okay.
They have a moment. That's not a full crossover episode. Doesn't Saved by the Bell have a crossover episode?
There was a whole bunch of crossovers. I mean, TGI Friday was huge with crossovers. I know that because I was a huge TGI Friday fan.
What was it? Boy Meets World?
So it was Step by Step.
Step.
It was Family Matters.
Sure.
All those shows would do crossovers, and you would get Urkel on Step by Step, and he would be telling Michelle or whatever on fucking Full House, and you're like, oh, he's on Full House this week. This is cool. So it happened all the time.
It was also a really high concept time because, that's the Urkel days where Stefan Urkel shows up, and they're just like, fuck, and now the universe exists. We can do anything. Urkel's actually a clone.
You a big Family Matters fan?
What?
A big Urkel fan?
I was,
Family Matters fan?
Family Matters was okay, but Urkel, no, I'm just kidding. No, Family Matters.
We should bring Jalil on the show just because I'm a huge fucking Family Matters fan. Like I used to watch it.
Let's just talk Family Matters. That would be awesome.
Yeah, with it.
I
met
one
him
episode. I met him.
I would know how to. I wouldn't go pretty far. I was a big fan, but yet I would stop at. They went to Disney World, and I don't remember anything else. What happened?
Oh,
I was still there.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know how deep I could go. If I could do like a
It'd be
deep
one episode
dive with Jaleel White, be like, so when you were trying to get Laura to love you, what? Like, I know
it was bogus that Laura was trying to full on fuck on Stefan, and Urkel was putting in all. It was sending the wrong message to women. It was like, yo, the man that actually cares about you, that will do anything for you, that may be a little stalkerish, but also loves you.
That maybe she always loved him, and she just needed him to chill.
She did need him to chill the fuck out. But Stefan wasn't even trying. He was bagging chicks right in front of her.
Was Stefan a dick? I don't remember.
He wasn't a dick. He was just too smooth, and you knew he was gonna hurt her.
This guy cares about Laura so much.
You knew ultimately Stefan was trying to act like he was like, Laura, my baby, my heart. He would always say some weird. Everything he said was a fucking poetry jam, first of all. And he would always say it in rhythm, and he'd be like, he'd bend her down for no reason and kiss her on the cheek. But you knew he was just, the crowd. But you knew he was just playing her, though. He didn't care. He's going to go right back in that machine and go fuck on some other chick in the other universe.
Fuck, he's with Lisa Turtle.
Lisa Turtle doing wild shit, man. Oh, yeah, let's get into Armie then. Armie Hammer.
Yeah.
How's Armie Hammer Armie Hammer? That can't be his fucking real name.
Related.
Armie Hammer?
Yes, he is from the Armie Hammer family.
Fuck out of here. You just made that shit up right now.
Look it up.
Why do you know so much about him?
Because I think he's a good actor.
I think look. First of all, we should have known he was weird. His first role we ever remember him from, he was two people. That's already some weird shit to kick it off with. I'm a cannibal,
and there's two of me.
Then he played two people twice.
You got to know 5 things about me. I'm a crew member. I'm from Connecticut. I'm a cannibal, and there's 2 of me. Now I can't. What is that line? Remember? That's his first line.
Know.
Winklevoss, baby.
I know he was on The Social Network.
Yeah,
I
was
he
like, that guy's good.
But wasn't he on a Western movie too that was so horribly?
Yeah, Lone Ranger. We do keep
was he two
giving
people?
him shots. No, he was.
Well, yeah, he's had so many big budget films.
We do keep giving him shots.
I think it's just because of his face structure.
I think it's good.
He's 6'5" or some shit.
Feels right.
Yeah, everybody's like, this is supposed to happen.
Yeah, right.
We need one of these.
He's good at acting.
I didn't say he wasn't good at acting.
Yeah, but apparently, there's a lot more going on in this man's mind.
Okay.
Oh.
So, Armie Hammer, who he is from that tycoon family, so that's accurate.
That is accurate.
He's from the Armie Hammer.
He's from Armie
family.
Hammer. Is his real name even Armie?
Yeah, that's his grandfather. Is
How
Armie
disrespectful
Hammer.
is to basically name him after the fucking product?
Yeah, he's the great grandson of oil tycoon Armie Hammer.
So Armie Hammer is actually Armie Hammer, and then also his name is Armie Hammer. Like, why the fuck you acting for fun? Of course he's. You know what?
I thought he was a baking soda tycoon myself.
I don't want to jump. Yeah, Courtney, know where I'm going. I was gonna be defending this motherfucker in this trial. I was his lawyer, and I think I still am hired. I don't like this job anymore because now that knowing that he comes from money, he eat people, nigga. That's you got money. You've been eating motherfuckers since you was 6. You've been eating motherfuckers since your mama left you in the car.
Yeah.
You was eating people in the car when your mama left you in the car.
I knew this when we were talking about it earlier, and I was like,
that's why you was on that side.
This guy definitely has injected someone else's blood into his body.
Let's let Courtney read it, but yeah, I'm with you now, Chris.
But I also think he's a good actor, and good job at that. But you got a lot going on.
That's enough to get him off.
I know. Hey, and Trump would give him the pardon.
It all started last week when the Instagram account House of Effie posted dozens of screenshots of direct messages that it said that Hammer had sent women from 2016 to 2020. The messages and the screenshots, which are unverified, seem to display fantasies of rape, domination, and cannibalism.
Why are they unverified, if I may ask? Oh, you're saying unverified, like they're unverified that they came from him, but they're not unverified from the account.
Yeah.
This is also kind of.
I thought they were saying it came from an unverified account, so I was like, okay, which account did it come from?
No, they're what you said, the first one. Other messages show the sender telling the recipient he wants to bite off her and eat her heart.
What's that even mean?
Aww.
It's kind of sweet.
Oh.
Another message shared by House of Effie said, I am 100% a cannibal. I want to eat you. Fuck.
But a cannibal would never say that. A cannibal would never say that.
I've never admitted that before.
Oh, he never admitted that before.
Yeah, but that was like.
Imagine how vulnerable you'd have to be to.
Is he a writer?
Hey, I'll say it. I'm a cannibal.
My question is he a writer? If those were back-to-back sentences, I can make sense of that as his lawyer. I can say, you know what?
You're back to being his lawyer.
Well, God, I don't agree with him. I'm hired.
Well, yeah. I will also say that this is an early article because I thought it explained it well. Now articles are taking different approaches because we know more about the relationship between, at first it was just unverified DMs, and now this woman has come out with a whole statement about it.
But he even said, hey, I want to eat your heart. He said, I want to eat your heart, right?
Yeah.
That is like, in some ways, in some universes, that's super sweet. That is a very romantic thing to say to a woman. It's like, yo, girl, I think about you all the time. Morning, noon, and supper time. I want to eat your heart. The supper time and the correlation between supper and eating and the heart is the love. You dig me? And she might be like, oh my God, sweet. And then he was like,
I am
call me a cannibal. I'm 100% cannibal. I want to eat your heart. I'm just saying. It's a no for you because you don't like that kind of talk, and I understand that.
I imagine at the beginning the girl's kind of trying to work through it, and she's like, okay, well, maybe it doesn't mean what I think it means. But if as you get more into it, you quickly realize that it does mean what it means, and this guy has some sort of, ancient blood.
Do they have, as his lawyer, do they have any, excuse me, I'm drinking wine in the courtroom. Do they have any proof?
This is the best guy money can buy, I'm telling you.
He's smoking weed in the courtroom.
He is good.
Do they have any proof that my man Armie is actually eating anyone?
Well, his ex-girlfriend came forward and said...
Still alive, I may add.
She says that their relationship was deeply traumatic and that he left her with emotional and physical scars and bruises. He also used to keep mannequins in the basement of his home to practice rope tying for sex.
Yeah, sorry.
Is the
if
rope
you heard
tying
me laughing, it was just out of uncomfortability. It wasn't because I thought that was funny.
Let me speak as his lawyer. Listen here. Armie did not use those mannequins to tie them up for sex. Armie comes from a rich family, which he does not have the access to his horses anymore, so he likes to practice the lassos in the basement.
It's a culture thing. A lot of people from cultures like rich white people, they have mannequins for tying. No, I don't. I
think that there is no actual proof that Armie has eaten anyone. I think that, yes, Armie may have some problems. We can all agree with that. As his lawyer, I can say that Armie needs a therapy. He needs a lot of things, but what he does not do is eat women or men.
I feel like this lawyer person was inside my brain as I was reading these at first, and I was also like, oh, maybe this is just like a kink that somebody. Also, I've never heard of this cannibalism kink, which is really weird.
It's a new thing that Armie is testing out.
So fucking weird.
Wait,
Courtney has something.
But then I learned more, and it sounds like as you unravel it, it's signs more and more and more of just like a very disturbed, abusive
Let
kind
the
of
judge give us our evidence.
Okay, another piece of evidence that he is a sick man. He carved his first initial A into the skin of one of his ex-girlfriends.
Did she ask for it? And look, as his lawyer, I'm not saying I agree with this. He is not a tattoo artist, but I will say that she asked for it.
I don't know those details.
So I listened to a little bit, or okay. I listened to I didn't listen to. I read it. My girlfriend read it out loud. If I'm being honest, because she was reading this long thing about this girl's entire statement, and what it was that kind of like immediately he like DM'd her, got with her. Also, might have had a wife at the time.
Has nothing to do with anything.
But it's not.
I object.
What's the lie?
I object.
What's the lie?
No.
Yeah.
What's your if the shoe fits?
The
line?
objection? No. My line is, let's focus on the man that is eating, not the man that is cheating. The cheating has nothing to do with anything. The eating is what we're focused on. Is this man eating people? Is the question, not if he's cheating on people.
Well, he is cheating and he wants to be eating. So he's cheating on his wife, and he DMs this girl. And this girl's also 22 and he's like 36. And she shows up and he's kind of immediately into sex play. Was like,
he's immediately hungry.
He's immediately like, he's like, oh my God, barbecues. No, he's immediately like, we like into the BDSM shit. And she's
but BDSM
like, I'm
is not
22
eating people.
And I want this guy to, but he's warming her up.
Now, listen.
And the way that she recounts the relationship is that it is like, over the period of 2 years, it's just like that fucking cycle of abuse and now this guy's doing knife play, and now
knife play. Yeah, this is a normal thing for you.
He's like,
he called it knife play.
He's like rubbing knives on. You can see someone being.
I'm not into that. That
I don't
want to
do it, but
look,
I can see
thank
it.
you, Courtney, for your face. He called it knife play. This is something he is.
It's like fingernails. If you're insane and you like, I want to heighten that.
You are into some freaky shit,
I'm
Chris Reinacher.
not into it, but I understand. I'm not king shaming anyone.
Into it.
You do what you got to do. Look,
what you know how to do it
if both people agree.
Okay,
but it seems like he pressured her into those zones.
Why are you saying pressure? Look, now I'm not his lawyer right now. I'm Sterling. Real question: why are you saying pressured her?
Based on what the way
I didn't read the article. Yeah, I didn't read the article.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm asking.
Yeah, because she said that basically, kind of immediately, he showed this ultra kink side, and through their relationship, he heightened it to like.
So, for me, it's a tougher argument.
Let me carve something into you.
I hear you. Now listen here. Now I'm not here, as Dave Chappelle said. Some would call me a victim blamer. I'm not here to victim blame at all. But I'm also gonna ask the question of like you being 22 years old, him being 36. I understand manipulation. I understand him being older, and maybe preying on the fact that on the fact that he's a celebrity, and the fact that she wants to basically appease this dude who she likes for whatever reason. I understand all of that. The question becomes, when should we, I guess, empathize with this person and say, okay, well, you're still 22 years old. You're not 12. You're 22 years old. You're an adult. You're living your life, whatever it is. You've done this thing with this person now for 4 years. Or was it 4 years they were doing this? So if you've done it.
Well, she said he kind of kicked in immediately on the BDSM stuff, and then, right.
I'm not saying the stuff. No. I'm not agreeing with anything he did. I'm not saying the knife play that you called it is a thing. I don't fucking know. I'm more saying like, guess what? You might take a shot at 21 for the first time, right? You might be a drinker by 25. The person that gave you the first shot, are they to blame for you being a drinker at 25? If you're in this world for 4 years, I understand you saying this person preyed on this thing, but you're not a child. How much do we empathize and say, okay, well, he manipulated this woman that was 22 until she was 26 to do this thing, or did she enjoy this world somewhat, and now she wants to expose this world that she knows is weird, but it's also a world that she lived in? This is my question.
I mean,
it's a long-winded question.
Being really practical about it, I'm sure both factors are at play. I'm sure she had a reason for wanting to expose this, and it might just be realizing that she's been manipulated. I mean, I don't know. What do you think?
Courtney's not gonna be shown on camera.
I personally am on the side of the woman right now.
As you should.
She was 22. He was 34. He took advantage of her.
34.
Oh, I thought it was 36.
34.
He was 34. She was 22.
Cool.
Yeah.
She didn't. When you're 22, you don't know shit. You
don't
know shit about relationships, about anything. So if
but
you're
you do
34,
know that this guy's the grandson of one of the most successful oil mongrels of all time. And
I don't even.
No,
she knows he was on the Social Network.
But outside of that, you are a 34-year-old
man.
man. You're a 34-year-old man taking advantage of a 22-year-old girl.
Can you pick the mic up, son? I would like that.
Can you not hear me?
Yeah, we want to hear you better. Yeah.
You are 34 taking advantage of a 22-year-old child.
Now listen here. I agree with you wholeheartedly.
22-year-old child.
You are a child that's 22. You don't know nothing.
I agree.
Wait. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Now watch this. Now I'm going to ask a broad question, a more broader question. Is this a societal issue or is it an Armie Hammer issue? Now hear me out. I agree with you. 22, you don't know shit. You don't fucking know shit. But everyone goes through this stage of not knowing shit. Armie did, whether he had money or not. The person who doesn't have money is still going through this shit of not knowing shit at 22, right? So with all of us having the same, I guess, course, so to speak, whether it's different, we all know we can argue or not, but us all still having the same access to the different things and being in these different worlds, is the argument more that the world should be protected more for people of this age of 22? Are we making minors at too, I guess, young of an age? Like if you're going to say, let's protect this person at 22, we're all in this boat. We've all done this. We've all been there. Black men are tried at 18, 17, 16. So like with that being said, like where do you draw the line in what place?
Okay, so I think it's twofold to this. One, we have to do a better job of teaching men to not disrespect women.
Yes.
So that is like the number one thing. Like we just have to do a better job of educating men. Mm-hmm. At the same time, 22, I just think we have to do a better job of educating men to not take advantage of women. That's going to be my point with this, because when you're a 22-year-old young girl, you don't know shit.
That is a conversation.
I don't think there's legally a lot of issues right now against Armie Hammer.
Yes,
but I think
that's why I was his lawyer. That's why I was
as a society that like you shouldn't do that shit.
Yes.
You know,
that's why I said he's gonna walk away easy, because there's really no case here. There is a problem here.
But and also
that's
he needs a little bit more self-awareness, because if he did find a woman who was into the weird shit he was into,
that boy?
They liked fucking carving shit in each other.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if I care what other people do, but if he convinced a girl to be into that for him, and it's like she's waking up with bruises and she doesn't enjoy this, that is a lack of self-awareness. But is she saying
she doesn't enjoy it?
That, I mean, I think you should be more aware of your partner.
I'm not saying he
to realize.
I'm not saying he shouldn't.
Everything if the way that she recounts the relationship was obvious.
Are you always aware of your partner?
You should be.
I think you should be.
No, I think you're
definitely
speaking from an idealistic standpoint.
No, but I think if you are into these weird kids, if you're into these weird kids,
we're not even arguing.
Talk about
we're not arguing stabbing people anymore, Chris. Let's walk away from stabbing people.
Eating people.
Into the realism, eating people is also what we're not arguing. Into the real world of like being aware of your partner. Fuck all the stabbing and everything. Yeah. Being aware of your partner. Do you think there are not times that you are not aware of your partner?
But yes, but I think this maybe it goes to your point of that it was a long relationship and you looked at it as like, she stayed in it, but I think you could also look at it as
not faulting her.
Why didn't they talk about it?
I'm not, because number one, I have a wife.
I didn't mean to put you in that cup.
No, I'm not in that category. I didn't take it as that. I'm saying number one, I have a wife. Why the fuck am I talking to you about anything?
Yep.
I'm cheating.
Unless, once again, you and your wife have that agreement.
Yeah, unless you and your wife have that agreement. And then we can talk about it. And then we can talk about that you don't like your A's spelled like that.
Do whatever the fuck you want to do. It's like,
you like your A's.
You like bubble letters.
Yeah, you're not doing the shadows I taught you.
It sounded like, I don't know. Yeah,
okay, listen. I think this is all problematic. I think that Armie Hammer is completely wrong. I don't think that this is.
But there is a
I'm
chance
just more
that
saying
the girl
as his
is a
lawyer.
vampire.
I'm just more saying like as his lawyer. If I was just being funny, I was like, oh, theoretically speaking, as his lawyer, like this is an easy case to walk away from because this person may have led you to the wrong fucking place, but the same way a drug dealer could argue that nigga on the block taught me how to sell drugs, you'd be like, yeah, but you going to jail. But this is your problem now.
Yeah, but this also
You chose to keep selling drugs and to do this thing. I'm not faulting her, just saying that I'm saying as far as a case, like it's gonna be easy for him to walk away from because he didn't.
If you want to look at it legally, I agree.
Well, that's why I accept the case, Chris. I don't think he's right. I think he's wrong. The check was nice. He's rich. He's from the Armie Hammer family.
He said
he paid me a lot.
He convinced her that it was like pretty. He was like, this is pretty ordinary. A lot of people
did he really?
This is what the girl says. This is allegedly. Sorry, allegedly.
So you know the whole case now. This is your case.
I read it earlier.
You love this.
I heard it as a girlfriend dictated podcast. I didn't read it, but my girlfriend was like, "There's more." Here's what she said, and I was like, "I would love to hear what the woman has to say."
So this is really just your girlfriend.
Sterling.
This is really just how your girlfriend feels
Any
about
Daily Mail style story I know is just because I have a girlfriend podcast next to me.
Oh, okay.
And
a girlfriend podcast.
Here's a Daily Mail story, and I'm like, "Tell me it."
That's your show right there, Chris. Just a girlfriend podcast.
I'm never gonna be the guy who has a Daily Mail app, but if my girlfriend has it, I'll listen to the story.
No, it'd be some fun shit. You ever watch this trash TV or read some trash shit? And be like, I get why people read this.
Is the reason I know the whole Johnny Depp trial. I don't care.
Yeah, I didn't know it. I didn't know any of it, and I learned more of it after.
It's interesting. It's interesting, and I think people enjoy it because the morals are muddy. Which is like, we don't know how to trust these cases, but it also sounds like at the core of it,
it's money.
At the core,
all people with money having fucking muddy morals.
You think so?
What Armie Hammer? First of all, you have to reach a certain level of rich to carve a bitch body. Let's start with that.
I think maybe.
Fact, the family is a fact. You're not over here putting a knife in nobody's body and carving them the fuck up with your name and some shit, unless you have just lived whatever life you have wanted to live. There's nobody that's just like, I'm going to stab somebody up.
Yeah.
Unless they're like, I'm invincible, fam.
Yes. I think it's literally from a billionaire family.
Yeah, you're from a billionaire family. I'm invincible. Are you fucking crazy? And guess what? He will walk away. And he may act again. But guess what? It's like, also like, this is some wild shit. Nobody is just out here like, yeah, you a motherfucking freak, huh? All right, you want to prove it to me? Keep this motherfucker right here for this shit. Don't move. It's like, no. She's like, what the fuck is going on?
So if I can tie it to a huger political point that I think about,
R. Kelly did what?
Is that I think that if you're a homeless person, I think that's basically you are giving somebody a mental disorder by making them homeless and unable. Like if you have to live that life, you are developing a mental disorder because of that life. And I think the same thing if we are giving people who are $1 billion. But I think everybody who has $1 billion has a like society imposed mental disorder.
Got you.
Because they don't fucking understand the rest of us. That's why I think it's
a
good idea to regulate the billionaires and regulate the homeless people to make sure people aren't billionaires and people aren't homeless, because it's not good for your brain.
I hear you, but I would argue for them and say, well, you all got yourselves here across the board. They'll say, hey,
Armie Hammer being born into a billionaire family got himself there?
It doesn't.
No, he didn't.
But listen.
He landed there.
Hey, listen here. That man worked. That man's grandfather or great grandfather worked his ass off so his family could be weird. He put in a lot of work.
Did he strike oil?
Listen, I joke about this. I said, you know why people in fucking middle America.
Actually, I love your baking soda. I don't mean to.
Why people in middle America.
Keeping my fridge smelling nice.
Why people in middle America and everywhere else like will argue Hollyweird. It's Hollyweird. Hollyweird. It's like, no. Listen here. Hollyweird is Hollyweird. I agree with you. But the world is fucking weird. People are fucking weird. Hollywood just has their own budget to live out their Hollywood dreams. Or you have to be at work.
To be weird.
Or you have to be at work and can't live out your little. You're sucking Todd. Gerald is sucking Todd's dick right now in Wisconsin and can't tell his wife. But the people in Hollywood get to suck dicks all day because they're living out their Hollywood dreams. So what else?
I want that. I want that right there out of context.
Living out their fucking Hollywood dreams. So what I'm saying is Armie Hammer was he needed to wake the fuck up. He been in this dream too long of his Hollywood dream that he can just live. This isn't the first bitch who he carved
Armie
up.
Hammer thinks it's normal though?
I don't think he thinks it's normal. I think he thinks he's protected. I think you can think you're normal within your own bubble. I think if you have 40 people
but is
who
his
are
bubble of people he meets, or is his
no,
bubble
his
like
bubble
people
is
online?
no. First of all, his bubble is the bubble he creates. He's rich. So the bubble is.
So all his homies are like, yeah, get your girl to cut out her
not
rib and barbecue.
No,
it.
his homies might even not know that shit.
Like,
right?
who does he tell? Hey, I did this.
Listen, that might even be passed down by his homies. His homies ain't no carving shit because they ain't as rich as him. That might be some motherfucking hereditary passed down. Yeah, Pop-Pops being like, yo, I carved your mom. That's how I knew she was special. First time I carved your mom, remember?
Jesus. Yeah. Who knows?
No, I'm just saying, like, it might come from a long line of carving or not carving, but they own weird shit. You know what I'm saying? Each person. But I'm just saying, when you live in a billionaire's bubble, I don't even know what that even means.
I think there's also a lack of just in developing your endorphins as a child. You get everything you want all the time, always. Yeah. You don't go to a country, you meet the leader of the country. Like, your mindset is like you developed it in a weird way where sex doesn't do anything for you. Cutting a woman does something for you. And therefore, tax the billionaires, don't make their kids weird. Give it to the poor people. Let's balance out this mental health thing. The main nigga on the block who don't even make millions necessarily. He might make 500,000. He the main nigga on the block though. He feel invincible. So how does a billion?
We talking about billions? I'm gonna carve this bitch up all I want.
And that man probably made it. That man probably made it for himself.
For sure.
This person was born it
until we can
and
do
doesn't
anything?
have another place to go back to.
What would be your billionaire thing that you did?
What
would be your billionaire weird thing that you was like, you know what? This is legal. And I've been... Don't answer this. This is a way to get canceled and for the show to go off.
My shit's easy.
Let me see your thing then. Okay, let me see.
It's just like crazy shit in a plane.
Like pooping on somebody's chest or something.
What? Oh no. I just like want to have like do acid, get on a plane, fuck somebody, shit like that.
Is that not legal right now? That might be legal right now.
Oh, it's just shit that's illegal.
I meant like not necessarily illegal, but something that's like you can't. Don't do that.
I mean, I guess I also say don't do that.
But I feel like rock stars might do that. I feel like rock stars might already do that. Like,
people do that shit.
Yeah, I was more saying like some shit that people would be like, whoa.
I don't know if I want to do anything illegal.
It's not illegal. What Armie did was illegal. It actually was illegal. It's pretty illegal.
Oh, yeah, like that.
Can you carve somebody legally? No, right? No, that feels legal. I mean, illegal.
No, if there's consent happening, like all that
You can carve somebody if there's consent? I don't know. That feels illegal still. You know, like trying to commit suicide is illegal.
People get tattoos. People get branded.
Yeah, but like with a knife?
You asking me my billionaire questions reminds me of when Larry King asked, I can't remember that guy's name from Community. Oh. He was like, what's your indulgence, the thing you indulge in? Have you seen this? Larry, I'm on DuckTales. He's like, I like coffee. And Larry's like, no, I mean like a real like indulgence. And he's like, I like nice socks. And then he's like, no, I mean, he's like, I don't know, Larry, what do you think? And he's like, Larry's like a private jet. He goes, Larry, I'm on DuckTales.
Oh, no, I didn't see this.
It was my effort to get a segue to Larry King.
No, I know, but I wanted to
Thank you, everybody.
I still wanted to connect with this shit. I wanted you to get me there.
It's so good. It's my favorite moment. Larry, I'm on DuckTales. It was my favorite recap moment. I like that Seinfeld recap moment.
You know, I know Larry King.
He was on Ridiculousness.
He was on fucking Ridiculous.
How did that happen?
Rob went and did Larry King now, I guess, or live. No, it wasn't live still. It was
The
now.
one in that
It
little
was
round
now.
table.
Yeah,
in
it
that
was,
little
it was the
library
shit that he
looking
was doing. Yeah, basically his little podcast he was knocking out.
one. Sure.
Yeah, but Rob went and did it, and Rob, they asked Rob to come and do it, and Rob was like, the only way I'll come and do it is if you come and do Ridiculousness.
Sick.
And Larry King was like, cool, I'll come do Ridiculousness, because his daughter was a big Ridiculousness fan. He didn't fucking know what Ridiculousness was. He even asked us on the show, what the fuck is this show? So that was really funny. But Larry King was super dope. That was the first guest I ever got starstruck at, and I was like, how the fuck we get Larry King?
So crazy.
I think Floyd Mayweather was like the first thing I was like, that was cool, because like, it's the champ right here. But then I also was like, Larry King, I was like, this is the first time I was like, how do we get Larry King?
You got any conversations with him?
No, me and Larry King like actually like hit it off and connected.
I feel like he would be a good like.
Well, he was trying to
obviously
connect
good
with me because he was like
conversationalist.
Jews and blacks. So everything was Jews and blacks. That was his whole joke the whole time he was there. So he just kept like looking at me trying to dap me and being like, Jews and blacks, we don't do this and we don't do that. And I was just like, whatever you say, Larry King, I fuck with you, cool. He was kind of like, nah, I ain't gonna say that.
I heard people a lot of people were like he was cool and interesting and weird.
He was kind of like, he was old school. You know, like you meet somebody, that you might be like, that like, I joke with you and say like every once in a while I'll see, what was the film that came out, the fucking film with Robert De Niro, and the last one just came out, the 3-hour one.
Oh, The Irishman.
The Irishman. Who did The Irishman again? Martin Scorsese. And like you watch a good old white ass film and be like, this is some good white shit, and I fuck with this. For them purely doing some white shit and being like, fuck y'all, we gonna make some good white shit. And it's good. It's really good.
Yeah.
Larry King was just like really true to like old journalists.
Old
yeah,
school.
like I met him and like he said some sexist shit in front of us and I was like, that's some Larry King shit. I expected it. He said some shit on the show that I was like, that's problematic. But I also was like, you're 80.
It's an old media.
Yeah,
man.
I was like, of course you think this way. I think he said to Chanel like, he said to me, what do you do on the show? It's actually aired, so I'm not saying anything I can't say. He was like, what do you do on the show? And I was like, I guess I'm here for comedic relief. I control this fucking, this remote, and I control the video. And he was like, oh, this is cool. Like, this is cool. Yes, what you do. And what are you here for? And Chanel was like, and she didn't answer right away. He was like, what are you, a prop? And I was like, problematic. You can't do that, dude. That's not cool. But I also was like, yeah, of course. You're 80, and this is what the fucking old school Hollywood looked like. And Chanel really didn't like that. It really bothered her a lot. So, but Larry King, I still thought he was like the coolest and most legendary dude we had on
think he's
Ridiculous.
also he's really good. I just watched him. I've been watching Larry King clips now because of everything. I think a lot of things he does is you say something, he says because
Yeah.
because he's like just incredibly forward with everything. And I even read that in the past that was very unusual of interviewers to interrupt you and say and ask you real reasons behind things. They just say their question. You give your answer. They say another question. And that's kind of why he was almost like one of those first like pundits or whatnot.
Yeah.
Because he would actually talk like a regular person in a way and ask you a follow-up like because instead of go, okay, my next question is.
You know, Larry King was dope. Super dope.
Shout out to that dude.
Yeah, he died. He
how did he die?
This week. I think Larry King, I know 2 weeks ago, his people came out and said that he was diagnosed, that he had COVID-19. So I don't know exactly how Larry King has died. They reported yet how he's died.
I think they're reporting that he died of
speculations-
COVID-related reasons.
Yes, I think that he may have also, I don't know if this is the case, but another GOAT, I would call a legend, Hank Aaron died this past week. I met Hank Aaron at the Hardball premiere.
That was crazy. I saw you post that.
Yeah, 2001, September 10th, 2001. If you don't know, the fucking 9/11 was the next day after Hardball, which came out the premiere, which was crazy. I was in LA, but met Hank Aaron. That was my dad's like childhood like hero. So for my dad to meet him, and then for me to meet him in a baseball movie, for me to love baseball the way I did at that age, it was just like, I'm meeting fucking Hank Aaron. This is crazy. And I think that people don't like know this about baseball all the time. But Jackie Robinson was good, but Jackie Robinson wasn't that good. Jackie Robinson was somebody they knew that was going to be strong enough to break the color barrier, that he could withstand all the racism that was going to come his way. He was really smart, and they knew that they could fucking talk to him and get him to understand what was at stake. Hank Aaron was one of the first real black fucking baseball stars.
He broke Babe Ruth's record.
Yeah, Hank Aaron was that dude that
and had it till Mark McGwire in the 90s.
Yeah, and steroids was used for that.
Yeah,
Hank Aaron never really even fucking know steroids. They was just like drinking ghost blood and shit, some old ritual shit. But
you know what I'm talking about, Armin.
You give me Armin. Armin's like, he's got me there. But no, Hank Aaron was like, so to hear Hank Aaron passed away also from having COVID-19, he actually took the vaccine, and they're not like reporting as much as they should. That I guess he died from complications of the vaccine. Is that true?
Well, the media is officially not reporting the cause of his death.
Yeah,
which I just found out earlier today as we were discussing news for the week.
Yeah.
And that
they
was
killing these old people right in front of us.
Something I didn't expect, and we're not. So he was part of a public event.
Yeah.
Do we have a Hank Aaron article?
He had a fucking article on TMZ and him having a quote saying, "I want to take the vaccine so that more black people and more people take the vaccine and they're not hesitant." And he died like 3 days later. Not to scare you on this podcast.
It's a week, but let's do an article about it.
It's a week. This is what Chris came back with. It was 3 more days, actually.
Yeah, it's a rumor that, like, I don't think we want to perpetuate that the vaccine is bad, but it's very strange that he was part of a public event that took the vaccine, and now he passed away.
Yeah.
A week later. That's super unfortunate. And we don't I guess we just don't know what the causes are.
But then the question is, like, we talked about this earlier, is like, hey, what age are you just like, I ain't taking the fucking vaccine. Like, I did it. I'm going to go out how I go out. Fuck the vaccine. Because what was Hank Aaron, like 86? And then Larry King was 87. It's like, why not? Larry King said on Ridiculous that he wanted to get frozen. I asked him, I said, what about your wife? Are you going to freeze her too? I don't care what happens. Swear to God, you can go back and watch it. It's on there. But he said he wanted to get frozen and that he wanted to, like, for them to thaw him out in the future. But I think COVID is just, I think that I don't know if we should be, I don't know. I get really weird about the vaccine. I'm not an anti-vaxxer at all, but I also believe, like, at 88, why not just rock it out?
Is that how old you are? At 88?
87, 86. First of all, every day is a blessing.
I think you're going to, look, if you want to quarantine for like a few years, if you're in your late 80s, you want to quarantine until you're 91 and then come back out, it will be just as dangerous as like the flu is to you. Once we have a 75% vaccinated thing. Yeah. Or once it's downplayed, but this thing is way more contagious than the flu.
Yeah, but like, yeah, sure.
But if we get main majority to vaccinate it, and some 89-year-old wants to stay in her house and not come out,
does Hank Aaron still live in Atlanta? Oh, that's right there. That's why he got COVID right there. His daughter probably went to motherfucking compound when niggas was hosting, when they had the Jeezy Gucci Mane after party. She came back to the crib and was like, "Dad, you good?" Super spreader.
Yeah, I mean, if you live in
I made that up. State. Why did I just do that? But I'm just saying, like, if you live in that state. But I'm just saying, Georgia's open.
I like that Florida's the first state, like, really rolling it out.
Rolling out what, the vaccine?
I guess so.
Florida needs the best. But we also, we need to test everything in Florida for the rest of the time.
Yeah, it's also like, come on.
We can lose Florida.
Taking the vaccine isn't the craziest thing you've done.
Not in Florida. Fuck no. Not even this week.
Yeah, so just like try it out. Try out the vaccine.
Try the vaccine. Let us know how it is.
On the people from Florida, and they'll work it out for us.
Yeah, for sure. No, I mean, are you gonna take it?
I would take it if it was offered to me. The only problem I see is that occasionally, like a small percentage of people have like allergic reactions, like 21 people in a case study of 4,500 or something had like allergic reactions, and I got allergies bad.
Okay.
I got allergy. And so that's the only thing that scares me. But I don't know. Like, some people sometimes do get sick from taking vaccines. My mom,
no, for sure.
My mom got a vaccine like last year and got sick that week.
No, for sure.
That happens.
They say that happens sometimes.
That's part of a vaccine because you are getting a little bit of a.
And then with COVID, you have to get what? It's three different.
But
it's three different ones, right?
If that resulted in your death.
2? I think it's 3, right?
2.
It's 2. Oh.
Yeah, but then they last for like a year and a half, and then you'd have to get another one.
Oh, fuck out of here! I'm not gonna keep getting the COVID vaccine. Where we at?
Well, we'll see where life is at.
This is an easy one in my head. What spinoff was from Moesha? It's an easy one. It had an Oscar award-winning actress on the show. It's a spinoff from Moesha though.
Okay, I'm thinking about the show Moesha.
That's the name of the show. That's good. That's a good set.
And that show had Brandy in it.
That show had Brandy in it.
And that, what's her name was in that too, who had the spinoff, the big girl.
Which one?
Why can't I think of her name?
Because you don't know Black Coach. That's the name of the show.
It's a UPN show.
It is a UPN, Underpaid Negroes.
Hang on, I got it. What the fuck is it?
Underpaid Negroes. If y'all didn't know what UPN stood for.
Is it one syllable?
If you're black, it can be.
What is it?
I'm joking.
Moesha. No, you already said it.
You just yelled the same show at me twice.
It's the same show. Moesha and I don't remember that other show.
The Parkers.
Oh, it's the Parkers.
The lady's name was Monique.
Monique is who I was
But that's what I'm
of.
saying. That's something that's like simple in black culture. I feel like every black person would be like, the Parkers.
Yeah, it's another Tyler Perry show. Or the Parkers isn't.
What the fuck?
The Parkers isn't Tyler Perry related
what the
at all?
fuck, Chris? 0 for 3 on this black shit today.
Who am I thinking?
I fuck with it. I like it.
Damn.
I like you being purely white. It's my favorite. Tyler Perry. I don't know what the fuck you even talking about.
Tyler Perry has a family show, House of Pain. That's
not even close to the Parkers.
No, the Parkers is better than House of Pain.
I'm not gonna get in this argument. Tyler Perry owns this podcast. I don't even know about it. Oh, shut us down tomorrow. I'm not getting that.
I've seen a couple episodes of these shows. I've seen most of Moesha. I've seen the most episodes of
Okay,
Moesha.
I said you gonna lie and say you've seen most Moesha.
I've seen.
Who was her? Who were her 2 love interests? Name one of her 2 love interests.
Is Marcus.
Marcus Polk plays his fucking little brother. That's his real name, but you wouldn't know that. That's real. That's niche black.
Oh damn! I feel bad.
On purpose.
I don't know. What is
Chris
it?
Oh, can't talk no more. No. You want me to tell you?
Yeah, tell me who it is.
Well, the 2 main love interests would be Q or Akeem. But she also dated Usher Raymond for a few on the show.
Damn.
I remember that. Huh? Kobe was on there. She dated Kobe on there, but she dated Kobe in real life. They went to prom together and shit. Chris, also, I'm not mad at you for not knowing any of these.
Damn.
It's a different world, which is also a segue into a different show.
Yeah,
what show is that a spinoff from?
What?
What show is that a spinoff from?
You
got this. You got it. I believe in you. You had sex with that one black girl in college. Come on, dude. It's a different world.
Isn't a spinoff of Martin?
No, but I mean, for white people, it might be. Even though one came before the other.
Is it a spinoff of a different? Of like a, I don't know. What show is it?
Cosby Show. But also,
it's one of the kids from Cosby Show.
Well, it's Hillman.
Cosby Show is the one I watched.
Cosby Show is great.
I've seen all.
But I want you to give me some stuff now. I don't want to just defeat you with blackness. Give me that whiteness.
All right.
Let's close the show out strong.
Who's Jack Tripper? If we're talking old school white shows.
Jack Tripper is a white show? Old school?
Who is he? He's a character from a show.
Oh. Jack Tripper.
It's 3 roommates. Who
3
live
roommates?
together?
No, don't tell me. 3 roommates.
Do you know who's John Ritter? Do you know who John Ritter is?
I know the name.
John Ritter played Jack Tripper in this show?
Three's Company.
Yes, it is Three's Company.
Yeah. I like Three's Company. I knew you said when you said Three Roommates, I was like Three's Company.
There
But
you
I
go.
also was like, I don't know. I like John Ritter too. He was cool and some other stuff. But I also was like, I'm confused because that sounds like a fucking private eye's name or like a fucking.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, you could be like Jack.
agent.
It's
I was
like Jack Palmer,
Tripper.
yeah.
I was like, okay, who was his name?
Yeah, Jack Tripper.
What's he do?
Oh,
I got one already. I've already defeated you in your whiteness because you
good.
forced it on me my whole life.
It's fair.
What?
That's,
Chris, that's fair. Just keep going. Give me more. Give me more.
oh, I do more?
Yeah, I mean, I only give me one question.
It's interesting being like, what's white culture?
Yeah, but
There's
you
so
know,
many
like,
different types of little white culture.
It is, man. Look at you, man. I like what you talking about, Chris. Let's talk about it. So many types of white culture.
Because like I don't know Toby Keith culture, but some white person.
No,
might be
no,
like,
I'm not saying
here's
that's like white white
Yeah.
culture. That's like that. This is our culture. That's y'all being like white culture versus like American culture, Chris, I guess, so to speak.
Can you name all the members of the Backstreet Boys?
No, I can name some of them. Let me try though. Let me try. Brian.
Okay.
Brian's a real person.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Brian Luttrell.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, brother. Calm down there. I'll say Brian. I'll say Nick. That's easy.
Yeah. Nick Carter.
I know Nick Carter.
Sure.
Yeah, we know that one. Aaron beat Shaq. But there you go.
Yeah.
Some white culture.
It's a
shit for you.
crossover.
That's a crossover right
Yeah.
there for sure. Think
Crossover episode.
I think
of white and
AJ
black
was
culture.
in. AJ was in the Backstreet Boys.
AJ was in the
AJ was in the Backstreet Boys.
The
Come
bad
on, man.
boy.
Yeah, he was the. Chris really is white. Chris was like he's the bad boy.
I bet Carson Daly is white culture. You know.
Carson Daly was also like that was pop culture. Yeah, that was different.
Well,
That's a
these
little
are all
different.
Carson Daly pulled questions.
They are. But like, okay, so I got Brian, I got AJ, I got Nick. The other dudes just didn't pull their weight as much. Let me jump into them.
You're right though, because I can't remember one of them. Right? No, I got it. But I feel like purposely forgettable. One of them doesn't have a name of a guy who belongs in a boy band. I'll tell you that much.
It's a black name.
No.
Oh.
One of them's name is Howie.
Oh yeah, I remember Howie.
Yeah. Doesn't
Yeah,
that sound
Howie-
like, you really
yeah.
Howie's in a boy band? Howie?
Yeah, no, but I think Howie was out. They were out when Deal or No Deal first came out. They were still out, and Howie, what's it called? Hosted that show. What's his name? Howie? No. From Deal or
Howie
No Deal?
Mandel?
Howie Mandel, who also was on like America's Got Talent.
Oh yeah, that's
Howie
always
Mandel
the person
was-
where I'm like, how is this person famous?
No,
Wait, how'd
Deal
they
or No
get there?
Deal.
I just
Deal or
didn't know
No
that.
Deal was Howie Mandel.
That's not how he got there. He got
Yeah.
there before that. He
Well,
was
I
a
don't know,
stand-up,
maybe-
I think. But I just never saw him
I
around.
remember him from Deal or No Deal. Maybe you knew. He was. You can't.
But
say
it's
he
like,
was,
how does
but
somebody
you can't
book
say he was
Deal
a
or
fucking.
No Deal?
But you can't say he was a fucking stand-up. Yeah, that's still in a world of like auditioning, basically.
Yeah.
That's not like he was big. He got there from Deal or No Deal.
You think Deal or No Deal was
We
Howie?
didn't know him before Deal or No Deal is what I'm saying to you. I'm not saying to you what road he took. I'm not saying he wasn't on the circuit doing fucking stand-up and people like him in Hollywood. I'm saying the first time America saw him was Deal or No Deal.
And the Backstreet Boys.
That's not the same person. Okay, I thought you meant that. No, it's not the same person. I don't know the last person. Fucking tell me his name.
Kevin.
Kevin, that's a normal-ass
Kevin's
American name,
super
of course.
Kevin's the most forgettable.
He's the taller one.
Yeah.
I know which one
That
he
was
is.
his trait.
The
tall.
fucking skinnier one. He had the black mustache, little black on the chin.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, little stupid haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Kevin.
Yeah, it's
The fuck over here, Kevin.
It's the haircut guy.
That was great playing white culture, man. I did way better than you did.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. But to be fair, you know,
We-
we really put
We
ourselves
kind of
out
run this
there.
thing, man. To be fair, we're kind of running this thing. We're making you guys watch our shit.
I got a bunch of questions for Jaleel. I don't know if that counts. You
What
know?
questions would you
Does
have for
family
Jaleel?
matters count?
Does family matter?
Does the fact that I know Family Matters and Sister and Smart Guy
Family
count
matter.
for anything
Yes,
in the cultural
they
circuit?
they do count. They are just white black shows. They were
Sure.
shows that were more digestible for white people.
Hey,
They had this
Show model.
They had to slowly give y'all niggas.
Yeah, the Cosby
Let me
Show
slowly
model.
show y'all black people. But you know what? We fuck with those shows too. Their shows were good though. It's like when black people may argue that Fresh. You know, I talked to one of my friends recently. I talked to one of my friends recently. He said Fresh Prince was not in his top 5 black shows, and I understood the argument, but I also put it in mind. But I said I understand why Fresh Prince would not be in your top 5 black shows because some may argue it was a white black show.
What? Because it was set in Bel Air?
No, because it was made so that it was made again a show that was made for easier for white people to digest black people and be like, oh, maybe they can be normal or this or that because you've also used the media and everything.
They're
else
black. I don't know, but they're rich. I can get on board.
Fair.
With this.
Tell me more. Their nephews from Philly. Feels gangster enough.
I see it.
Yeah, we did it, right? Did we fucking do it?
That's our show.
Yeah, episode 1, season 3, bitches. We coming back stronger than ever. We got a whole bunch of guests coming up. We got Black History Month coming up, so we're gonna bring some black guests on this show. Black. Chris might even go black face to be in character, right, Chris?
No.
Okay, he won't do it. He shouldn't do it. He's smart. For us, for Steelo, Brim, and
Chris Reinacher.
zip it up and
zip it out.